You and Damian Woody can talk.
One more chance.
First things first.
One more chance.
I'll pop up. Yeah. I'll pop up, yeah.
Oh, God. How are we going to talk? We're just going to now bob our heads to this. Damian Woody is here. Cleanly shaved.
Yeah, I'm in the building.
So that's a once-a-year thing? What do you do with this?
I wouldn't even say once a year. It's just like once every whatever. I don't know. Like,
you look
I don't
good.
know what it is. It's just like I just decided to do it. My 12-year-old's like, Dad, you look like me. I'm like, no, son, you look like
me. the Bishop went clean shave. I told him he must be getting ready to pass around that collection plate.
Hey,
I'm telling you.
We got a building fund that needs to be funded. Yeah.
Wait a minute. There may be a bit here that we may have just walked into.
Yeah.
Chris Canty. Will you follow Damian Woody's lead and shave your beard if the Bears trade the number one pick?
I don't see CC.
I can't play that game, Ev. My wife ain't gonna go for that.
Oh, all right. I regret even bringing that up.
It was baked into the vows that I keep the beard.
My wife ain't thrilled either. She out of town. Yeah. She was like, she looked at me on FaceTime like, what the hell you do? Like, what the hell you do?
I didn't marry that. What's going on here?
Yeah.
My wife said two things in the vows: my beard, my backside. Either one of them gone, she gone.
Right. Ain't that the truth?
On that note, Bears number one pick. Ryan Clark get up yesterday with CC, threw out the idea, like, are we sure they're not going to trade the pick? CC and I seem to be sure they're not going to trade the pick. Damian, are you sure they're not going to trade the pick?
I mean, I'm like 99% sure. Yeah. It just, you know what? Like, we were just talking off air. I'm like, you can't 2 years in a row to trade away the number one pick. I have a hard time seeing that. And I just think that if you look at, you know, whether you're talking about, you know, Jaden Daniels or the kid from USC, Caleb Williams.
Oh, USC.
Caleb Williams, I just think that there were better prospects.
Yeah.
You know, coming out of college, you know, if you put Justin Fields in the same class, I think he'd probably be third in this class. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I just think that the opportunity to reset the contract, I think the prospect is further along than what Justin Fields were when he came out. I have a hard time believing that the Chicago Bears will trade number one pick 2 years in a row.
Big fella, I've been racking my brain trying to figure out why Bears fans are so staunch in defending Justin Fields. And here's the conclusion I came to. It's got to be about what they can get for the number one pick, right? Because if they draft another quarterback and it goes bust, as the previous four have since 1999, then they're going to be butthurt. So I think it's all about staying with Justin Fields, the devil they know versus the devil they don't. And even if Justin Fields can't live up to what those three quarterbacks coming out this year are, at least they can say to themselves, well, we got 2 or 3 first-round draft picks for sliding out of that number one slot, and our roster is better. Like, the Bears fans have told us, based on the calls and the tweets that we've gotten today, that they like it here in quarterback purgatory, and I do not understand it. But to the Justin Fields of it all, what's the best case scenario for him moving his NFL career forward?
I think, listen, first of all, I'm a big fan of Justin Fields. I want Justin Fields to do well, whether it's, you know, I don't think it's going to be Chicago, but wherever he lands at. I think for Justin Fields, I think the calculus has changed. You know, I said on Get Up, you know, on Monday, there's not a starting spot for him in the National Football League right now. Mm-hmm. I think it's important for him to go to a coach, a system that can utilize his skill set. Because remember, Justin Fields is still developing. Yeah. He's nowhere near a finished product. And I think that's, you know, all these teams that are thinking about acquiring Justin Fields has to have that mindset. We still got to develop this young man. And so if I'm him, you know, part of the conversation I'm having with Ryan Poles and the front office is, okay, if you're going to make this move, just trade me to a place where I have the best opportunity to continue to develop as a quarterback. I think that's got to be the mindset for him.
We're talking with Damian Woody, of course, ESPN NFL analyst here on Unsportsmanlike, presented by Progressive Insurance, along with Chris Canty, Evan Cohen with you. The move that has been made so far since free agency began, that you sat back and said, oh, that's interesting. I like that one. That one could impact some things this year.
Yeah, I mean, listen, a lot of people are going to talk about Derrick Henry going to the Baltimore Ravens. He just seems like a Raven. You know, just his mentality seems like a Raven. I like that. But guys, I got to tell you, man, I'm liking what the Texans are doing. The Texans, you know what? See, we always talk about this, CC. When you hit on the quarterback, you go for it.
No doubt.
That's what you do. Like we saw last year, C.J. Stroud is special.
Yeah.
And so now the front office is like, okay, we've got our guy. Now we have a window with this quarterback under a rookie, contract. Now we can just go and add pieces. And you watch the way they've added pieces, whether it's free agency, making a trade for Joe Mixon. I really like what the Houston Texans are doing. They're going to make big time noise in the AFC this year.
You may have just hit on something that I don't think we've positioned it this way, because CC loves the Texans as well, and I want to pose this to both of you on this. Did the Bears in a weird way tell us Justin Fields wasn't in it because they didn't do what you just said? In other words, Philly knew early Jalen Hurts was the guy and then went out and got guys around him.
Got A.J. Brown.
Houston knew CJ's the guy. They're going to get guys around him.
Yes.
If the team is not getting the guys around the guy, maybe they're telling you he ain't it.
That's usually what happens. What usually happens is, most of these quarterbacks are, drafted in the first round, and you'll know within the first, no more than the second year, if this guy is the guy. Mm-hmm. But once you unequivocally know, then that's when it starts happening. See, we see it all the time.
Yep.
We see, whether it's Joe Burrow or C.J.
Remember
Stroud.
what the Bengals did? They started spending money in free agency, which that organization never does.
That's
they knew
right
away,
but
right?
they knew right away that Joe Burrow was our guy.
That's right. They knew right away, and then all of a sudden they just start spending, bringing in people, because that's what you got to do. Because your rookie quarterback is cheap, and I do, Evan, I do agree with you that you can't put the cart before the horse. You can't go out there and go add a whole bunch of pieces if you truly don't know what your quarterback situation is going to be. Mm-hmm. It's usually the other way around. You draft a quarterback, you find out he's the guy. Now, all of a sudden, boom, that's what you do.
Yeah. Absolutely. So last night, Jerry Jones strikes for the first time in free agency.
Yeah.
They flipped Eric Kendricks. He was supposed to sign with the 49ers, ends up becoming a Dallas Cowboy. What did you make of the move in the Cowboys overall during this free agency period?
Well, I think that Mike Zimmer got his guy. He's got his signal caller on the defensive side, and also, anyone who watched the Dallas Cowboys last year knew that the linebacker position was very much lacking for the Cowboys. So that's kind of where you hit two for the price of one. But listen, a lot of people talking about, because Jerry Jones made the comment about going all in, and Dallas Cowboys have been slow to the party as far as free agency is concerned. I've told people, like, let's pump the brakes on the Dallas Cowboys demise, because Dallas has never been the one to just jump all in free agency. They just don't do that. Mm-hmm. Okay, Dallas is usually the team that they draft extremely well. They know they can identify talent, especially young talent, and they develop those guys. Dallas is in a situation where, because of how they've drafted and developed, they got to pay their own guys. Yeah, they got to figure out this Dak contract, which, by the way, $59.5 million against the salary cap. You got to get that adjusted. CeeDee Lamb needs a new contract. Michael Parsons is contract eligible.
Do they extend all of those guys this offseason?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if they do all three. I would say they at least do two. Okay. You got to take care of Dak, and I think CeeDee you're going to take care of. I don't know if they'll be able to take care of all three, but if you take care of Dak, get him straight, then I think the other dominoes will fall. But listen, man, there's so much time left to address your roster. I mean, think about it. Like, we've seen Philadelphia, they go out there and trade for A.J. Brown. We've seen the San Francisco 49ers trade for Christian McCaffrey. Like, not everything has to be done in the first 48 hours of free agency. There's more than one way to skin a cat. That's what I like to say.
You're 1,000% right. But we've gone off of the premise that Jerry Jones has given us of all in. Right? There's an all-in little chip back there, which was the motto for the Giants when CC won a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
We would not be having the conversation we're having about the Cowboys unless the owner/general manager of the team told us that's what they were going to do.
Yes.
Right? We're not holding that against the Chiefs. They never told us they were going all in.
Yeah. Listen.
I mean, they're already all in.
We know how Jerry is, okay? Mm-hmm. Jerry is the type of guy, he loves to hear himself talk and all that type of stuff. So that's just Jerry being Jerry. But listen, at the end of the day, you got to take care of the guys in-house, your biggest stars in-house, and that contract looms large, looms heavy over top of the Dallas Cowboys because they can't go out there and make a whole bunch of moves without addressing that first.
Now, we know that the Dallas Cowboys should want to get a Dak contract done. Is the inverse true? Should Dak Prescott want to get a contract extension done with the Dallas Cowboys?
Listen, I'll say this, man.
Because his brother Tad has had some interesting things to say on social media.
We've seen all the talk from different family members of different players in the Dallas Cowboys, and that's never a good thing. I always tell people, stay in your lane. Okay, yeah. Don't involve yourself in the business that don't concern you.
Yeah, you ain't in a Chucky Soup commercial without me, dog.
That's right. Like let's chill out on all that. But I'll also say this, CC, like the grass isn't always green on the other side. This is the same Dallas Cowboys team that 3 years in a row they've won 12 games. Now, granted, we all laugh and talk about how the Cowboys have fallen short or have imploded in the playoffs, but this is one of the Dallas Cowboys is one of the best teams in the National Football League, and to be the quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys is equivalent to being the shortstop for the Yankees, and it's one of those rare glorified positions in all of sports.
Being the center for the Lakers.
That's right. That's right. So I like if you're Dak, nah, man, like that's where you want to be.
Damian Woody will be on Get Up at 8 a.m. Eastern Time. Always great stuff with him. Coming up.
Hello, xin chào mọi người. Lại là mình đây. Ngày hôm nay mình sẽ hướng dẫn mọi người cách tô màu sao cho thật đẹp nhất. Và các bạn đừng quên hãy cho mình một lượt like và lượt đăng ký kênh để ủng hộ mình. Mình cảm ơn các bạn rất là nhiều. Và bây giờ chúng mình cùng đi tô màu nào.
Xin chào tất cả các bạn nhé. Bây giờ mình sẽ đi vào chi tiết tô màu nha các bạn.
Làm cái cổng với cái bếp đấy thì mình cứ làm sơ sài thôi, đúng không? Cái bếp đang tính là nhưng mà vẫn lọc
làm cái bên cái sân giếng, nếu như cái sân giếng thì nó phải có cái bình lọc nước đấy.
sân giếng thì nếu mà như thế
Bây giờ mình cứ làm trước cái bếp với cái sân giếng thì
sân giếng thì nếu mà muốn tạo thành sân giếng rõ ràng thì phải xây gạch hay là xây đá thì
mình cứ dẫy cái cỏ đi thôi, sẽ mũi xì cát về đảo bê tông rồi sau bắt đầu chảy ra đấy. Thế sau đó nước chảy ra thì sẽ tạo một cái rãnh nước cho nó chảy xuống sâu.
ở trên
Cái video một là làm nhà đấy cho cắt đi không cần nối nước kia nữa, lấy đấy là một video cho cái bên nước sân giếng là video khác. Nối với cái video một thì dạng nối với video một lại với nhau.
cái mái của bọn ấy vẫn lọc lá khỏi mái của cái cổng
Làm đơn giản thôi.
mái của cái cổng nữa.
Đấy, cọng người không cần làm ấy, cọng người không cần phải làm cái ô như thế này thôi là được. Xong rồi dưới đó là những cái hàng rào cả hai bên này không cần làm mái này, cọng nó gì.
Ô thế rồi.
Cho nên mai bù ấy sau cũng được.
Cái đấy cái mái của cái cổng đây chính là hai cái tàu khí bên này thì cái ở trên này đúng không? Bấm cái thanh ra này kéo hai đầu kéo
Kéo nữa được rồi, nhưng tức là cái trước mắt là cái kia đi, để xong hai cái đấy thì đi có những chỗ nấu ăn để xìm tỏi ở tại đấy chứ.
Như vậy video của mình đến đây là kết thúc nha các bạn.
Xin chào tất cả các bạn. Chào mừng các bạn đã đến với kênh YouTube của mình. Mình xin tự giới thiệu, mình là một họa sĩ tô màu tự do và mình rất thích tô màu. Ngày hôm nay mình sẽ chỉ các bạn cách tô màu và sao cho đẹp nhất. Và bây giờ chúng ta cùng bắt đầu đi tô màu nào.
Sẽ tiếp tục với tô màu nha các bạn. Mình tiếp tục một sau nha các bạn nha.